Gaucho's doing a good job so far of keeping the ball on the CSUN portion of the field. Is Candia able to get a bounce off the head and pass it over to Amayabu Muntari. Muntari streaking in is tripped up by Johnny Rodriguez, but there's no foul on the play, much to the dismay of the Gaucho faithful, and play continues here. Ball sent out into the night sky was intended for Maximilian Yanakayev, but sails far out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Gauchos. Conte passes it into Kavion. Kavion back to Conte, and the ball's intercepted. Now 3-1 as Samuel Salter has it. He is roughed up there by Kavion Kashani. And back goes the ball to Scott Williams, back into CSUN territory. And Williams will pass it across field, reset the offense to Johnny Rodriguez. Rodriguez is swarmed by 3 Gauchos, and Amayabu Muntari rewards that effort by stealing the ball away. And so here come the Gauchos. Rodney Michael to Candia. Candia all the way back to the center circle to Said Conte. Kashani one-on-one with Julio Rubio. Had a little tricky move there to get around him and passes it all the way back instead to Conte. And here's the pass to Amayabu Muntari in the center. Rodney Michael has it about 35 from the box, or 35 from the goal, and Candia is working his way towards the goal but is intercepted by Maximilian Yanakayev, and the ball is sent right ahead, and a good header by Hunter Ashworth to prevent a very good ball for Giovanni Aguilar. CSUN retains possession, however, and Julio Rubio passes it towards the middle to Samuel Salter, and Salter all the way back to Williams, and Williams towards the middle to Alex Lara. A lot of play in the middle through these first 5 minutes, and the score is 0-0, and here's a good chance. Amayabu Muntari streaking on the left side, and he shoots it from way outside the box, and it sails over the goal. First shot of the night for either team. Amayabu Muntari so talented from both sides. He can use either foot, and in this case he shot it with his right foot from about 35 outside, and it just went a good 3 feet over the goal, so not a bad shot at all. And that was something that Coach Tim Vom Steeg addressed a few games ago, and that he loves about Amayabu is that he takes shots from way outside the box, and that was something Finn Ballard McBride did as well, and both those players first-timers wearing the Gaucho blue. And the Gauchos have it. Rodney Michael standing over the ball, but there was a foul on the play, so it ends up going back to Alex Lara and the Matadors. Lara kicks it cross-field to Scott Williams on the left side. Williams sends one deep over the heads of 2 Gauchos, intended for Giovanni Aguilar, but it scoots out of bounds on that touch line on the left side. So Kashani will throw it in. And here's the throw-in for Kashani to Michael. Michael is hounded there by Maximilian Yanakayev and is rewarded a foul. So here's the kick to the left side. And it's to Kaya Fabretti in the middle. First time we mentioned Fabretti tonight. And he'll pass it all the way back to Roach, who gets a slight touch on it to Kavion. Kavion bringing it up himself, crosses the center line. And a nice touch over to Fayuzi Tayeb. Tayeb tripped up and will retain possession with the Gauchos. So 6 minutes, 30 seconds gone in this semifinal game. Hello, Gaucho fans. I'm Aidan Wirshing for KCSB Sports, and I'm here with Michael McGreevy. Now, Mike, it was a great day for the Gauchos. They won 4-2, and they end up winning the series after a 1-0 shutout. And it was almost 19 consecutive scoreless innings for this pitching staff. And Mike, you had 6 2/3 and 7 Ks to go along with it. How do you describe this outing for yourself?
Well, it's my first collegiate start, so nerves are definitely there in the first inning, but then after I throw the first couple pitches, I got a chance to relax and just do my thing, and I'm thankful that we have a really deep bullpen. They were able to do the job.
Hello, Gaucho fans. I'm Aidan Wirshing for KCSB Sports, and I'm here with the head coach of the UC Santa Barbara men's soccer team, Coach Tim Bumsteeg. Now, you're coming off of a huge win against Indiana, and now you're taking on Wake Forest. However, you will be without Hunter Ashworth, who's been a key player this season. How are you going to replace his minutes, but more importantly, his presence?
Well, that's a great question. I'm not sure you can totally replace him, but the advantage we've had with this group is both Hunter and Noah missed 6 games during the regular season when they went off with New Zealand to compete for the Olympics. So, we had to play without him. And during that time, I think we might have tied a couple games, but we had to play Stanford, we had to play San Diego. We had some really tough games without him. And, Will Gillingham did a nice job filling in for him. So it's not something we're incredibly uncomfortable with. It's something that we had to do for 6 games during the regular season, and that's what we'll do again.
Everyone really has stepped up this season in different ways, both on the offense and defensively. And now the last time you took a team to the Elite Eight, the quarterfinals, was in 2006. And we remember how that season ended in fantastic fashion. Now, can you draw any comparisons between the 2006 team and this year's team?
I actually think that this group, at least in the playoffs, reminds me a little bit more of 2004 was a team that, had a very, very successful season. This has been a very successful season for us. So to me, it reminds me a little bit more of the kind of season we had in 04, where we won a bunch of games. Where there's a parallel with the 06 team is that, we were not very good for a chunk of the season, but then we just got hot and we started playing well just at the right time. And that's what this group has done. We've been consistent pretty much all year. And then I thought that we took that really bad loss up at Davis, and it happened right before the playoffs, and I thought it really woke us up. And since then, we've put together the best 3 games of the year, obviously, in the 3 games in the playoffs. So in that way, that's what happened in 06. In 06, we just kind of caught fire, and we started winning games, and we started getting goals from different players, and it just carried us. But this is a much more challenging road for us. We had a huge advantage in 06, where we were scheduled to play Wake Forest in that semifinal game or a quarterfinal game to go to the Final Four, and they got upset. So we ended up having in 04 and 06, we had both quarterfinals back here in Santa Barbara. There is no upsets out there. Again, as you know, we're the only team that's kind of crashed the party here in terms of the top 8 seeds. So we are going to have to do it the hard way. It's at St. Mary's, it's at Indiana, and now it's at Wake Forest. That's 3 seeded teams. So that's something that the 04 and 06 team did not have to do.
Well, it sounds like you're going to keep the party going, and you've been making it count in these big games. So best of luck this Saturday at Wake Forest, 2 p.m., and best of luck for the rest of the season. The Gauchos sweep the Oregon State University Beavers, and they win today 3-2 behind some great pitching. And one of the pitchers is right here with me, Connor Roberts. Roberts had a great series, going 3 1/3 innings for the series and striking out 6 batters. Today, he struck out 2 of the 4 batters he faced, and it's his birthday. So, Connor, on your birthday, I want to first know, have you ever pitched on your birthday before?
I don't think so. My freshman year, we were in Utah, but I didn't pitch that day. But it was really cold that day too. So it was good to pitch today and good to get a series win.
Hello, Gaucho fans. I'm Aidan Wirshing for KCSB Sports, and the Gauchos win it 3-2 off of a walk-off hit from Nick Vogt. So, Nick, can you walk us through that at bat?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking too much. Just trying to hit something hard that was in the zone, and it came.
And what can you talk about the pinch hitting for these Gauchos? Mason Marquez steps up to the plate in the 7th inning, gives the Gauchos a 2-1 lead. And then, of course, the Flames tied up 2-2. But how can you talk about the importance of being a pinch hitter in crucial situations?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that are a lot of dogs that are just ready to go at all times. So I'd say it's really important, when your name's called, just to step up to the plate and be ready.
Always be ready. Well, thanks, Nick. The Gauchos win it 3-2, and they take on the Flames tomorrow at 4 p.m.